Hello friends, welcome to another exciting topic titled Food Service Equipment. Before moving on, let's do a quick recall.
How to hold 3 plates at once. Lift the first plate. Transfer plate to your left hand. Clasp plate between index and baby finger at the top and middle and ring finger at bottom. Place second plate on forearm of your left hand. Slide plate towards the tip of your index and baby finger. Lift the final plate up with your right hand. How to hold 4 plates at once. Lift first plate. Transfer plate to your left hand. Clasp plate between index and baby finger at top and middle and ring finger at bottom. Lift second plate. Clasp it in the space between thumb of your left hand and index finger at an angle. Place third plate on your left forearm. Lift the final plate up with your right hand. In this topic, you will learn how to use the fork and spoon for silver service, how to pick up food by using the spoon and fork.
Let's start with how to use the fork and spoon for silver service.
刀を下ろせ。下ろせ。
Did you see how the warrior kept fighting with his sword until the end?
A true warrior never lets go of his sword. Just like the warrior's sword, a server's best friend is his service gear, primarily the spoon and the fork. A server must not let go of his service gear while serving, no matter what.
Let's have a quick look at the correct ways to hold the spoon and fork for service.
Use one hand with the spoon on bottom and the fork on top. Hold the fork between thumb and index finger. Hold spoon between remaining 3 fingers, little and middle fingers underneath, supporting the spoon and the ring on the top. Hold the cutlery securely. Now you are ready to lift any kind of food item with the spoon and fork.
Now let's move on to how to pick up food using the spoon and fork.
Well, a server needs to showcase a lot of skill while serving. He needs to ensure that he does not spill food or beverage on the table or on the guests. A server also needs to understand the appropriate grips used to serve different kinds of food items.
Let us learn how a server should use his service gear appropriately.
Place the spoon under the food item or to the side of it. Lower the fork on the top or to the other side of the food item. For items such as chicken legs and rolls, the fork will be best used like a grab, the fork prongs pointing inward towards the spoon. For sliced meat and other flat dishes, the fork will be best used the other way, with the prongs pointing away from the spoon. For items such as peas and other vegetables, you may not need to use the fork at all, but it should still be held. While serving rice or gravy, slide the spoon to the side of the fork and scoop the items upon the spoon. You may not need to use the fork at all, but it should still be held. Once securely gripped, carefully lift the food item. Place the food item neatly onto the plate, releasing from spoon and fork. With this, we come to the end of this topic. Before moving on, let's do a quick recap. A server must not let go of his service gear while serving, no matter what. Holding the spoon and fork for service. Use one hand with the spoon on bottom and the fork on top. Hold the fork between the thumb and index finger. How to pick up food using spoon and fork. Place the spoon under the food item or to the side of it. Lower the fork on top or to the other side of the food item.